So there's this narrative that's being pushed that Terence Crawford robbed Israil Madrimov in their fight Saturday night. People are also saying that uh, Terence Crawford didn't do enough to take the belt from Israil Madrimov, and people are saying that Madrimov, like this was a close fight. That's what they're saying. This was a close fight, and what I got to say about that is, where in the fuck was that fight even remotely close, dude? Without a doubt, this Madrimov dude, definitely a tough dude. Bub moves up in weight. I believe his power carried because you can hear the snap in his shots. Madrimov looked hurt quite a few times in that fight. He held on to Bud twice. Bud hit him to the body. You see him holding on. You can clearly see it. The dude is just tough. But he was hurt nonetheless. You saw his face after the fight. You saw Bud's face. So you telling me this Madrimov dude did so much in that fight, but Bud only had a little mouse under his eye? But and y'all telling me Bud didn't do nothing, but Madrimov's face looked like a tiger just got through chewing on it. But Bud didn't do enough to win that fight. No, what the problem is, Bud, he didn't get the knockout. So the anti-Bud channels, the ones that don't like this man, what they're doing is they're pushing this narrative that he didn't do what he normally do. So he ain't do enough to win the fight because they didn't want him to win the belt. They don't want this guy to move. Listen, a lot of this comes from the Errol Spence fans. It's still a lot of them that's sour till this day because of what happened to Errol Spence last year. That carries, man. They're holding on to that. They won't let that go. So in their minds, Terence Crawford, he didn't do enough because he's accomplishing more than the bigger man, Errol Spence. Spence should have had a belt by now. Why didn't Spence fight Madrimov? Why didn't Spence campaign and jump ahead of Terence Crawford before Crawford even got to 154 and go ahead up there and do his thing and snatch up some straps? Why he didn't do that? I thought it was strap season. Apparently not. So since Terence Crawford jumped in and moved up and decided to test himself and actually got a belt. So every time Crawford gets, he just better than Spence and everything, dude. He's just a better athlete. He's accomplished more in boxing, and every time he accomplished more and more and more, it annoys them that their guy ain't doing the same thing. That's all it is, bro. That's what it is. They're annoyed because Errol Spence ain't where Terence Crawford is. But whose fault is that? It ain't. You can argue the fact that, hell, well, maybe it is Terence Crawford's fault slightly because I think he ended that boy Spence. But outside of that, it's Errol Spence's fault that he ain't where he's supposed to be at. It's his fault for drinking and shit like that. It's his fault for doing whatever else he's been doing and getting into stuff and drinking and not living the lifestyle of a boxer that he's supposed to live. That has nothing to do with Terence Crawford. So if anybody that they should be mad at, it should be Errol Spence. Take that out on him. Don't get mad at Terence Crawford because he trying to be great and you finding little things, you nitpicking, and there's no way you could tell me Madrimov won that fight. All he did was feint all night. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, yo, Bud is right there in front of him. If Bud power ain't carry, why Madrimov ain't run up on him and just bulldoze him? Because he knew what was coming. That heat was coming, and he couldn't deal with that shit. I saw it. I saw the body work that he was doing to this guy. End of each, some of them rounds, dude was taking heavy breaths because he was feeling them shots, man. He was feeling them shots. And I think it's safe to say that Terence Crawford power carry. And I was doubting. I was wondering. I say we don't know if his power is going to carry up. But he already answered that question for me, man. I think though, with the 154 division, he probably got to get acclimated a little bit more. He going to dig in a little bit. settle in a little bit more, and then I think it's gonna be a wrap, bro. If he's campaigning there and he's going for the belts, I think it's gonna be a wrap. His chin is solid. You see, he debunked all of that chinny shit. They mad at that too. They're mad because all the narratives that they were spinning didn't come true in this Madrimov fight. They said he was chinny. He got tapped a few times on the jaw, ate it. Only thing is, the snack narrative, they're gonna try to uphold that because he didn't get the knockout. They're gonna say, oh, he must have been weaned off the juice. I mean, really, what's the difference? He could have snacked right now at this weight and knocked Madrimov out too, right? They would have still been saying he was snacking and juicing if he would have got Madrimov out of there. This is boxing, bro. Crawford is a man. He ain't perfect. I mean, after all, ain't your man Spence? He ain't perfect, right? I mean, he couldn't pull off what everybody thought he was gonna pull off against Crawford. So you flaming another. This is what I be saying about these dudes that don't like Terence Crawford. Like, you get mad at Crawford for doing something that other boxers do, and you don't say nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just weird. They call Madrimov a bum, but dudes love Wilder, and he fought so-called bums, and nobody said nothing about that. It's just weird, bro. It's just strange. That's the reason why I think Bud be doing this shit too, because he knows it irritates the haters, so he keeps elevating, and it gets them mad. And that's why now he's saying, he can't beat Canelo. You stay away from Canelo. They was waiting for him to not get a knockout or to get touched up. Like, this ain't boxing. Like, bro, you can't love boxing and get mad because a boxer get punched up, bro. This is boxing, right? I thought it was boxing. You gonna get hit, man. It's true. These dudes don't know what the fuck they want, bro. You want a boxer to stand there and fight, right? He stand there and fight, get hit a little bit. Now he's hittable and beatable. But then when he move around too much, he's running, and he's not exciting because he don't want to stand there and fight. So I'm like, man, y'all dudes, this shit is crazy, man. That's why I try to tune a lot of that stuff out. But there's no way in hell that Crawford robbed Israil Madrimov. And the funny thing is, before the fight, his team Madrimov were trying to implant that in people's head. They were trying to start that narrative before the fight even happened. We just hope we get a fair shake and all this. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Because they knew they was gonna lose. That's what it was. They knew they was gonna lose. Talking about a fair shake, bro. Ain't nobody. Like, who are you? Like, you ain't nobody, bro. Ain't nobody. You just got a belt. Like, you ain't nobody to really go rob, man. Like, come on. Nobody got to rob you. But anyway, to you dudes that's saying that, y'all out of your mind. We know why you're saying it. You don't really mean it. You're saying it as a feel-good mechanism. You know damn well. And I'm seeing all the comments where they said Crawford was backing up all night. Like, what? Yeah, the disdain for this man is absolutely out of this world. And I'm like, what did he do to them, bro? You would think, man, he fucked a couple of these dudes' wives or something, or he came to their house and stole shit out stole jewelry out of their drawer. I don't understand where it all comes from, man. But y'all stay tuned. Y'all welcome to come on the live tonight, and we can chop this up, man. And any of you anti-butters, Bud haters, welcome to come on in and talk to me about it, man. Let's go. Anyway, this Rebel Life Boxing. I'll talk to y'all later, and I'm off this.